right, welcome back, everybody. We are going to meet another candidate right now because we are, covering everything as pertains to the THA elections, which is coming up on Monday. We're just a few days away. And now I'm going to be chatting with Tracy Davidson-Celestine, who is the electoral candidate for the Lambo Signal Hill electoral district. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and good morning to all of Trinidad and Tobago. And let me shout out my constituents in the electoral district of Lambo Signal Hill as well.
Wonderful. Thank you for being with us this morning. First question, you would have been doing your walk-arounds and you would have been chatting with the residents of the electoral district. And what are some of the common threads that you have heard from residents and the pressing issues?
Well, yes, I've walked the length and breadth of the electoral district. And one of the main things I've heard is the fact that there are drainage issues in the electoral district in Signal Hill, Patience Hill, Spring Garden, Orange Hill. The cry is the same, that we have been having some flooding as a result of when rains fall, and we would need some attention in that particular area. So in my plan of action going forward, when I become the area representative, I will immediately cause to happen a drainage task force that will begin the process of looking at how we can treat with the drainage issues in those respective villages.
When it comes to drainage issues, there are a number of things that can cause the flooding. Are you able to pinpoint what the cause of those things are, the root cause of those problems?
Well, for starters, you would hear the name Signal Hill and Patience Hill, etc. So there are quite a lot of, the terrain is very steep in some areas. And for those who live especially down at the bottom of the hill, would experience the challenge of the flow of water that's coming off the top of the hill. So that is one of the main challenge. And then two, I've observed that quite a lot of persons have not yet spouted their homes in order to control the flow of water. And I've said to them that when I become the area representative, that we would look towards increased funding, because in the Tobago House of Assembly right now, we provide home improvement grants for persons to upgrade their properties, and also to put in things like water spouting. So that is a significant area of concern for them, and a part of the solution going forward. I've also noted that most of the infrastructure, maybe it's because of how the land was developed, most of the drainage infrastructure is not in place as well.
Yeah, and infrastructure is one of the common threads we've been hearing from many of the candidate and hopefuls over the past little more than a week we've been chatting now. When it comes to the infrastructure itself, that would take a lot of funding. Do you believe that the electoral district would have the funds available and the support of the THA itself to get these things done?
Well, the thing is, funding is a challenge all around, but the important thing is starting the project and letting them realize that, their concerns have not really fallen on deaf ears, and that we are working slowly but progressively towards addressing some of the issues in the electoral district. Another issue that I picked up would be youth unemployment, and I've started talking to some of the young persons in the electoral district to get an understanding of how skilled they are, whether they would be in a position to access training, and to also get an idea of how many persons would want to become involved in business to date. And so that conversation is ongoing. From the meeting I've had, a significant number of them indicated that they would want to start businesses because they have skills in welding. Some of them are involved in agriculture in a very small subsistent kind of way. Some of them are masons, carpenters, and they have no challenge whatsoever coming together to form, whether it be a cooperative or some kind of arrangement in order to have businesses and to lend their skill to the communities.
How do you believe you can help to support and bolster the entrepreneurship, especially youth entrepreneurship, in your electoral district?
Repeat that, please.
How do you believe you can support and bolster youth entrepreneurship in your electoral district?
Well, I think one of the things that we have been saying on our platform is that, in this election, it's about ensuring that you support the candidate so that the candidate can be a part of the decision-making process. And we have said, and all of the polls have said, that the People's National Movement will win the election. And so having your area representative sit around the table where decisions are made, of course, you can then use your particular influence and the fact that you are a member of the assembly in order to access respective services. So there, for instance, is the Division of Community Development and Enterprise Development that would issue grants and loans and that kind of training to persons who would be so inclined. You have in the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development as well, a number of different initiatives such as the REACH program. Of course, that one is geared towards vulnerable women, and all those programs are available and can be accessed by the young people and the women in our communities in order to lead meaningful lives. So it's about ensuring that they come out in their numbers and give support to the candidate so that the candidate can be in a position to influence the process in a particular way.
All right, and I want to thank you for your time so much this morning. Tracy Davidson-Celestine, thank you for joining us, and all the best coming up on Monday for the THA elections.
All right, thank you very much for having me, and again, all the best to Trinidad and Tobago.
And have a great day.
All
right, that was Tracy Davidson-Celestine, electoral candidate for the district of Lambo Signal Hill, just speaking about some of the plans that she has for the district should she get the seat, win the seat coming up in the elections on Monday.